All right, let's look at 1.2 part 2. What I have in this video is just some resources. I'm not going to go over most of it, but you could stop the video and take a look if you want, if you're still having trouble after you've tried the homework with those ratio and interval. So this slide is just another way of trying to explain the inherent zero. An inherent zero means none. So that is like money. If you have zero money, you have no money. If you're looking at the number of home runs, if you have 0 home runs, you have no home runs. But if you are looking at temperature, 0 degrees does not mean that there's no temperature. There is a temperature on that scale. You can also have negative temperatures. So this just is a little more of a write up for that inherent zero if you'd like to read through. These slides are from a website I noted on the bottom, and it's just going through each of these kinds again, going through the nominal with some different examples, going through the ordinal. So like I said, if you want to stop the video and take a look at these resources, please. And then we've got interval and ratio. I don't think there's any examples that we haven't already looked at. We have years, temperature for interval. Again, because we can use both sides of 0 on the number line for temperature and for years. Ratio, we have an example of home runs, which we've looked at. Oh, precipitation. Okay, so if we were looking at how many inches of rain, you can't have negative inches of rain. So there's a new example for us. That's for ratio. Since we're all different kinds of learners, this just kind of compares the 4, just another way of looking at this. All right, and then a few more examples. Let's see if we have any we haven't seen. Body temperature in Fahrenheit of a swimmer. Okay, we know temperature is interval because we can use both sides. 0 doesn't mean no temperature. Collection of phone numbers we've looked at. That's nominal because we don't compare them, we don't subtract them. There's nothing we do with those phone numbers except just put them, well, anymore, we don't even put them in a phone book. Final standings for football Northeastern Conference, because those are standings, those are ordinal, right? Those are rankings. And then finally, heart rate, we've looked at heart rate. A 0 heart rate means big trouble, and that is an inherent 0, and therefore those would be ratio. Heart rate would be ratio. Let's see, a few more examples for you. You're welcome to look through these. I think we've hit most of them. And finally, looking at interval and ratio one more time. So temperature, we know temperature is interval. Here we have, again, precipitation. If you have 0 precipitation, you had no rain. So that is an inherent 0, and that would be ratio.